Hey everyone, Richard Metal Fan here, bringing you guys a new 2016 album review, and today we're going to be looking into the new album from Heaven Shall Burn entitled Wanderer, which came out today through Century and Media Records, and this is the band's overall 8th studio album. Now, for those of you who aren't familiar with Heaven Shall Burn, in fact, this is the first time I ever talked about them on this channel. I don't think I've ever mentioned them ever. They're kind of a extreme metal, melodic death metal band from Germany. And these guys have been around for a little over 20 years. They formed in 1986. And I discovered Heaven Shall Burn a couple years ago. I think I seen someone post something about it. Went and checked them out. And I think they're a really pretty good band. I really dig these guys' stuff a lot. Like mostly all their songs are very just kind of like talk about stuff in the world, whether it be like politically stuff, for just different social stuff like anti-racism, fighting social injustice, or different, just very political type stuff. But the music stuff is pretty good. This album is actually, the new album Wanderer is actually the follow-up to 2013's Veto, which is a pretty good album. In fact, I wasn't even expecting this album until they had new stuff they were working on, until I seen they put out their first single, which I forget what it was, and I was like, I like it. And then I went and checked out the album, and I was like, wow, this album is actually pretty good. I mean, the production on this album is just really spot on. I mean, the vocal work is pretty good from Marcus Bischoff. I mean, like the type of harsh vocals he does, like just screaming and growling, is just pretty good. Like good, just like as our previous Heaven Shall Burn albums, is really good. Guitar playing, I mean, Mike Richert and Alexander Dietz just come up with some really great riffs on the fly, and just some really excellent guitar playing, whether it be rhythm based or have lead oriented, is just really good. The bass playing, I wish I could hear a little bit more of the bass playing from Eric Bischoff, but yeah. And this album is actually the first album with a new drummer since their previous drummer Matthias Voigt, or I can't remember his name, but yeah, they got a new drummer, a Christian bass. I mean, he basically fills in those shoes perfectly, and it just pretty much sounds like good Heaven Shall Burn. But yeah, let's dive into this album track by track. Now, this album has 13 songs altogether. But yeah, let's dive into the first song, The Loss of Fury, which pretty much sets the vibe for this album. Just like kind of like the growl, it starts off really good, and then just a really good growl from Marcus. And it's just a pretty good way to start off this album. It pretty much sets the mood. And then we get to Bring the War Home, which is just some very pure brutality with a really sharp guitar tone. And I really like this song a lot. It's a really great song. Another one of my favorites. I don't really have a favorite song, but some of these songs have pretty much highlights in my opinion. But then we get to the next two songs I want to talk about are Patch to the Crane and They Shall Not Pass. And these songs kind of feel very experimental to me, and I kind of like a switch to like a clean guitar a little bit and this song, they pretty much have like subtle atmospheres, like vibe to it, and I like it a lot. Downshifter, which is one of the first songs they released off this album. Just some really rapid fire riffs. I mean, this song is pretty much 6 minutes long, and it really, like, the rhythm section on this song is just pretty tight. And then we get to Pray to God, and this song actually has some guest appearance. From doing guest vocals on this song is George Corpse Grinder Fisher from Cannibal Corpse, and this song, oh my god, it just pummels. It just sounds really fucking heavy. I love this song. Then we get to Agent Orange, which is a cover originally done by German thrash band Sodom, and this song pretty much sounds really good. It's a pretty good cover. I mean, Heaven Shall Burn has done some really good covers, such as like Black Tears by Edge of Sanity and Valhalla by Blind Guardian. But anyway, this Sodom cover is pretty good, and this actually has a guest solo from their old guitar player Frank Blackfire, and he actually does a really good solo on this song. It's pretty good. And then we get to My Heart Is My Compass, which is kind of like a interlude. It's pretty well placed, which is kind of like a build up to the next song, Save Me, which has some excellent guitar playing from Mike and Alexander, just both rhythmically and lead oriented. Corium, it's another good song in there. It has a really good gallop in there, and just like the really good tempo. It's just a really great song. We get to Extermination Order, which is I think honestly I think this is the best song on this album. I mean, when I first heard it, it just blew my mind. It's just wow. And another good highlight is the song "A River of Crimson," which I don't know why it just sounds really good. I mean, I'm just can't even describe. That's all I can describe it as, honestly. And of course, the album closes with another cover, which is kind of interesting that they close with a cover, but yeah, which is "The Cry of Mankind," which was originally done by My Dying Bride, and it just has some clean vocals from someone I don't know who it is, but yeah, it's just an interesting cover. I do like it. Now, overall, "Wanderer" by Heaven Shall Burn, it's a pretty good album. I actually like it a lot. I think it's a good follow up to Vito. So yeah, if I were to give this album a score, I'd probably give this probably like a solid 8 out of 10. And so yeah, that's my review of the new Heaven Shall Burn, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you guys think of the new album. I'll see you on the next video. Keep it metal.